This is Ito Tuan, and today we're making seafood nachos. This recipe is going to be so good. And the best part about it, we're using lump crab, shrimp, and we're making homemade tortilla chips. This is going to be an amazing recipe, and I cannot wait to show you guys how to make it. So let's get started.
Perfect.
For the tortilla chips, for the homemade tortilla chips, you can use corn or flour tortillas. Now you want to cut these tortillas into triangle shaped wedges so that way we can fry them up. So easy, as you can see on the screen, you're just basically cutting them vertically and horizontally, and there you have it. You want to make sure these are completely dry with no moisture in it, alright? Set those aside, we're going to come back to those later. Now, go ahead and get you some shrimp. Now I have small and large shrimp here. I like to put some shrimp on top of my dip, so you could just again get one size. Make sure it's clean and Devein as you see here with no tails on it. Alright, now for the seasoning, you're only going to need about 1 tablespoon of Old Bay or Cajun seasoning. Y'all know I'm from Maryland, so I'm good with the Old Bay seasoning, but if you don't like Old Bay, you can simply use Cajun seasoning. Again, 1 tablespoon is all you need. You just want to lightly coat the shrimp and make sure it's completely covered with the seasoning, like a nice coat. That's all you need because this is going into our dip, so you don't want heavy seasoning on the seafood. To cook the shrimp, start off with 1 tablespoon of butter in a saute pan. And also 1 tablespoon of olive oil, or you could use any neutral oil that you prefer, because butter does burn, so you want to make sure we have a good mixture in there. Go ahead and add your shrimp to that. Cook the shrimp on medium to medium high heat. You do not want to overcook the shrimp. You're only going to need 2 to 3 minutes on each side for the shrimp. Now, once the shrimp is near completion, go ahead and add you a tablespoon or more of minced garlic. That's going to give us some nice flavor. And the reason why we do that, because garlic does burn, so we don't want the garlic to burn while it's in the pan with the shrimp. Go ahead and set that aside, and we're going to put all of that mixture in the bowl. And listen, those are the large shrimp that I had earlier, so as you can see here, I have the small and large shrimp in one plate, and we're going to go ahead and set this aside, and we're going to come back to that later. Now, don't go anywhere. Go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of butter to that same pan. And what you're going to do, you just want to get all those fixings at the bottom of the pan. That's going to make the cheese sauce amazing. Add 1/3 cup of flour to that mixture, and then you just want to go ahead and stir to combine. We're going to stir to combine on medium to medium high heat. You just want the flour to cook, and you do not want any lumps into this mixture. Again, it's very important. Just make sure you go through thoroughly to make sure all the flour is well incorporated. Add 2 cups of half and half to that mixture, and you also want to stir to combine. And again, it's very important. Stir on medium to medium high heat. You do not want to scorch the sauce or burn the flour or anything like that. Okay? To that, add 1/3 cup of Old Bay or Cajun seasoning. Again, your preference, but y'all know what I'm using. I'm from Maryland, so I'm using that good old Old Bay. Alright, start to combine and make sure the seasoning is well incorporated into the sauce as you see on the screen. Okay, and it's coming together quite well. A nice tip, a half cup of any kind of hot sauce. I'm using Old Bay hot sauce. You can use Frank's Red Hot or any kind of hot sauce brand you like, but I'm using Old Bay hot sauce, which is amazing. It's going to take this to the next level. Lower your heat to medium and just allow that to combine before we add our cheese to that. Look at that, nice and bubbly. Go ahead and add mixed cheese to this. Now you can use whatever cheese you like, queso, cheddar. Again, I'll leave the cheese up to you guys. Queso, mozzarella. Again, just use about 2 to 3 different cheeses, and you want to stir to combine on medium-low heat, just like that. Okay, stir to combine, and as you can see, you're taking your time, and this cheese sauce is coming together very, very well. Y'all did that. I'm telling y'all, I got y'all step by step. You see that? Look at that cheese. Woo! That cheese looks amazing. Listen, go ahead and add your shrimp to that. So I took the big shrimp off, as you can see. I will put that on top. Put that garlic in there, all that. I told y'all we were gonna put everything back into the same pan, stir to combine, and look, this looks super, super good. Look at that cheese sauce, and look, nothing is sticking to the pan. Look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all ready? This is about to be amazing. Yes, the best part, crab meat. Now listen, I'll leave it up to y'all to add as much or as little crab as you like, but I'm adding some lump crab to this mixture, and I add last because you don't want to break up the lumps too much. So go ahead and stir to combine, as you see here on the screen, and look at that. Thanks for sticking with me. We are now at the final stretch. Go ahead and take those corn tortillas we cut up earlier, fry those in some oil that's been heated to 350. You're going to fry for 2 to 3 minutes. You want to make sure that the corn tortillas have enough room. And like I told you earlier, you could use flour tortillas if you don't like the corn. Again, make sure they have room. 2 to 3 minutes is all you're going to need to fry these to make sure they are perfect. You're going to fry them until they're nice and golden brown. You do not want to burn these. And let me zoom in for you guys so you can see how beautiful they turned out. Look at that, nice and golden brown. Drain any excess oil, put it on a rack so that the oil can properly drain off, and then we're going to go ahead and add some salt. You want this to have a nice little bite to it, so go ahead and add some salt as soon as it comes out of the oil while it cools down to room temperature. Now go ahead and plate these up. I know y'all been waiting for this part. Go ahead and plate it up. Use a platter, be fancy with it, do your thing in the kitchen, alright? I am scooping a nice helping of the cheese mixture with the lump crab, the shrimp. Whew, this is going to be so good. And of course, I got to put some more large shrimp on top. It wouldn't be a dip without shrimp on top, right? Go ahead and add some lump crab meat to that. Again, make it your own and add whatever toppings you want. This is your recipe. I'm using Pico De Gallo. You can add jalapenos. You can do whatever you want. Even add some hot sauce on top. There you have it. Now look at our crab and shrimp dip, or seafood dip is what the YouTube thumbnail shows, but we all know what it is, all right? So listen, we got our crab, our shrimp, our homemade tortilla chips. Let's go ahead and take a bite. Give it a nice crunch. Woo, the chips are nice and crispy. They're not burnt. Cause listen, we cooked them for 2 to 3 minutes, right? I'm gonna finish eating this. Thanks for watching Eats with Twan. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Have a good day and stay up.